Hey Glam Babes, and welcome to the KC Glam Show. Today we are recreating a look from Pretty Glam Chic. So let's get into it. So right now I am doing her brows. I put eyelash glue on top to make them stick, and we're going to give her the natural look. So I'm taking my KCGLAMSHOP brown pencil, and I am using the brow pencil to outline her brows. And then I will have it to outline the top as well and fill out the parts that are missing, like brow hairs. When that's done, I take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in medium beige, and I use an angle brush to sculpt the bottom of the brow. I did want to warn y'all that it's pretty hard recording and filming at the same time and trying to do makeup, so my head gonna peep in a little bit. You're gonna see a little lace, a little head, but it's okay. After you're done using the angle brush to sculpt, you're going to drag the product down and then blend it in with a eyeshadow blending brush. When you're done blending the product down, you're going to want to add the same LA Girl Pro Concealer onto your lid as your base. So to start off the look, I am using my Morphe 350M, I believe, palette. I'm starting with a very light nude shade. It's kind of a brown as the first transition color. With the first transition color, you're going to want to blend and buff old girl out because you don't want her to be real blotchy. This is really just to give it a soft look until we get ready for the real colors. So now it's time to add the real colors. We're going in with the black, and we're just going to type it in where her crease is going to start, where I'm going to start like shaping, just a little bit above it. And afterwards, we're going to go ahead and blend Sister Girl out because you know black is very pigmented. I use that same product on the same brush on one eye, and then you moved it over to the other side. So as you're tapping that black in, you want to try to create the shape that you're going for. In the look, it was a bit of a curved shape with like a wing tail at the end. So I'm kind of tapping and dragging the product so I'm not over blending or putting the black on places that it doesn't need to be. So the next step is adding the concealer. I'm gonna have her look up at the ceiling once I add it to the bottom of her eye, and then I'm gonna have her look up, and that's where I'm gonna cut the crease. But I'm actually going to make her crease a bit higher. I'm gonna show you here. I'm making her crease a bit higher than what the cut is, just to give that dramatic diva effect. Now it's time to go in with the base colors. I'm going with a white, a nude, and then I'm going to go in with a brown and a black. So here's where I'm going in with the brown shade. I actually used two. So I used one that was kind of an olive, and then I used another shade that was darker, say like more of a brown, just so it could blend in with the black. So here is the brown shade that I mentioned before that I'm going to go in and blend in with the black. To give the colors that ombre effect, I'm just going in and tapping, and then once all the color off the brush is tapped in to the location where I want it, I sweep the colors. Now it's time to go in with that black. It's very, very harsh, so be careful. Make sure you're sculpting and tapping at the same time to give you that structure. Once again, I'm using that same blending technique to come together and make all the products blend well. Just make sure your clients are moisturized, baby girl, because you don't want her to be looking real ashy when you're using matte products. I'm using Pond's Cold Cream. So off camera, I put the foundation on. I mixed the shades 335 and 310 in Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm going ahead and I'm blending them together. Once she's all blended in, make sure you take that same concealer brush to sculpt the eyeshadow. It's concealer time. I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in medium beige again, and then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Pro Concealer in the shade Sand Tan, and I'm going to blend all of that in. Now I am putting the e.l.f. concealer in her T-zone, and I'm going to blend it out. Once it's all blended, you're gonna wanna take your concealer or contour and go ahead and tap it on the sides, the nose, and around the forehead. And we're just gonna go ahead and blend that out. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Coffee, I believe. Once the concealer is blended out, I take my black Radiance palette in medium and I add the contour on top to give it a more defined and warm look. And then I go in with the lighter shade to bronze. After all our bronzing is done, we're going to go in with our translucent powder just to give ourselves that lighter look, and then go in with our blush from Kara Beauty. Now that that powder has set, we're going to go ahead and wipe it all off. You don't want it to stay on too long because you don't want it to be too white or ghostly. I'm using the highlight from the Cara Beauty blush palette. Now it's time for the most exciting but yet tedious process of this whole look. I'm adding rhinestones to the eyes now. I'm using eyelash glue to apply it, and I'm just going to dab it on the places that I want it to be, so I can just go in and just place the rhinestones on there. You've done your rhinestones, we're gonna go in with the liner, glue, and add the lashes. I love this look so much. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, Glam Babes.